You had an incredible record as a swimmer at the University of Kentucky. You were a two-time NCAA All-American. You were a five-time SEC champion. You're an SEC record holder and a two-time Olympic trial qualifier. But yet on March 27th, 2022, something changed. What happened on March 17th, 2022?
That's when Thomas and I raced in the 200 freestyle and again resulted in a tie.
And so you tied. What was the consequence of tying?
We went behind the awards podium where typically you're handed your trophy, you're marched out, you're named an All-American. And so we go back there and the official looks at both Thomas and myself and says, "Great job, but you guys tied. And we only have one trophy, therefore we're giving this trophy to Leah." And I question this and I say, why? And at first I shortened it in my testimony, but really he stumbled on his words. He didn't know how to answer this. And at first he's, well, we're just doing this in chronological order. To which I further pressed, and I said, okay, well, what are you being chronological about? Because we tied. And if we're doing this off alphabetical order, G comes before T, so what are you being chronological about? To which this wasn't a script they had prepared for him. And he actually appreciated his honesty. He did say, we have to give the trophy for Leah because Leah has to have it for pictures. They've made that clear. Leah has to have the trophy for pictures. You can pose with this trophy, but you have to give yours back. You have to go home empty-handed. Leah Thomas takes the trophy home. End of story.
Now, let me ask you, as someone who's competed at the elite level, in your experience, is there a difference between women and men?
Of course. I think we learned this at a very young age, watching even 12 and unders play. Going through puberty causes irreversible advantage, that no matter the training, no matter the diet, no matter any alterable change you can make, will overcome that male advantage. Especially in sports like swimming, where lung capacity matters so much. Even something as silly as throat size, men have on average a 40% larger throat, which sounds like it's nothing, but when you're grasping for air, that 40% larger throat makes a huge difference in athletic success, not to mention height. You guys know the differences.
Biologically, men and women are different, completely different. I learned that in my biology classes. And when I hear sometimes people are saying that women and men are the same, I'm like, oh, no. I have a husband. There are things in my house that I don't want to do because I know that my husband is going to do it better than me, faster than me, and efficiently than me, okay? I don't want to struggle carrying something. My husband had the strength to do that. Why should I struggle doing it? I have a man close to me stronger. He can carry that thing easily than me. Why should I do that? It's because I know that even if I didn't go to a biology class, I understand that that guy is stronger and faster than me.
Ms. Robinson, do you agree with Ms. Gaines that there's a difference between women and men?
If the question is about trans women...
I'm just asking, is there a difference between women and men?
I mean, what I can say here is that the NCAA has rules in place. They've had rules in place for the last decade, and when this competition happened,
I'm going to try again.
The rules were clear.
Do you believe there's a difference between...
She doesn't want to answer the question. She doesn't want to answer a simple, clear question. Is it yes or no?
Women and men. It's a yes-no question. Do you believe there's a difference?
Oh, I think that we're talking about this case with the NCAA.
No, I'm asking a question. Do you believe there's a difference between women and men? Most people could answer this very simply. I'm curious if you're willing to do so.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just putting it into the context of the conversation that we're having. I think that there
We don't need a contest. We just need a yes or no.
are definitions related to sex.
Is that a yes? So I'm trying to get a yes or no. I'm not trying to get a speech. Is there a difference between women and men?
I think there are definitions for biological sex.
Okay, so you're not answering that. Let me ask you this question then. Why do women's sports exist? If you can't define a difference between women and men, why not abolish women's sports and just tell little girls to swim with little boys and see who wins?
Oh, I'm simply saying that that sex is different than gender.
Why
and I do believe that women's sports have a great
exist?
value. I mean, Senator, I'll tell you right
Ms.
now.
Robinson, please answer the question I'm asking you.
Absolutely.
Why do women's sports exist?
I think that there are so many positive benefits to sports.
But why have a separate category for women? If there's no difference between women and men, why to have women's sports?
I'm saying that there's a difference between sex and gender, and that the NCAA has rules in place, which they have for the last decade.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to enter into the record an article from Duke Law called Comparing Athletic Performances for the Best Elite Women to Boys and Men. And it goes through examining in 2017 the top records for women in the world in various track and field events. So, for example, in the 100-meter, the top record for women in the world was 10.71 seconds. Now, that record for the number one woman in the world in 2017 was, in the year 2017, broken by 124 boys under 18. In that same year, the record for the number one competing woman in the 100-meter dash in the world was broken by a total of 2,474 men. If the radical Democrat agenda to destroy girls' sports and women's sports succeeds, little girls will not have a chance to compete. So I ask unanimous consent that this article be entered into the record.
Without objection. Senator Padilla.
She just couldn't answer the question because she knows. I don't know if it's he or she. I don't really know. She knows inside her that men and women are different, and she just doesn't want to answer a simple question. And I think if you are a Christian, I feel like Christians shouldn't bow down to rules and things going on in this world. In this world, they're going to show you that this thing is white. You can clearly see it's black. But they're going to tell you that this thing is white or this thing feels to be white. As a Christian, we have to stand to the truth. The Bible told us to be truthful. God wants us to be truthful. God wants us to resist, to be strong, and to resist anything the devil wants us to do. The Bible says in, I think it's 1 Timothy 1:7 or 2 Timothy 1:7 that we don't have a spirit of fears and timidity, but God gave us a spirit of power, a spirit of self-discipline, and a spirit of love. That's how Christians should do. That's how our life should be that way. We don't have to be timid or fearful. I applaud Raleigh. I applaud the question that Ted Cruz asked to those ladies, because those are the questions that we need to think about it. Those are the questions we need to ask to our children every day, because our children are the one that they are targeting right now. Our little babies, our little boy and girls, they are the target. Oh my gosh, I'm a mom, okay? I'm a new parent, and when I see things like that, it just freaks me out. It just freaked me out. But again, I know I have God with me, and every day that I pray, I pray for my kid. And I pray that God protect my kid, because I know that God is the only person. He's the only one that can protect my kids better than me. And as a parent, I also need to teach. I also need to impregnate certain things in my kids' life.
Sports. Ms. Gaines, I want to thank you for your courage. You are relatively young, but you have demonstrated incredible courage. And because you have dared to speak up, you have been demonized, you have been vilified. I saw when you were attacked by a leftist mob at San Francisco State University for daring to speak up.